So there has been many approaches to knowledge management from early days. So most of the early approaches have been manual storing and analysis of information. With the introduction of computers, most organizational knowledge and management processes have been automated. So in this video, we are going to see about knowledge management in the context of IoT. So within the context of ICT system, the term knowledge mostly arises from the application of two other concepts, data and information. So let us see the definition of data, information and knowledge in detail. Now the definition of data. Data refers to unstructured facts and figures. So data includes both useful and irrelevant or redundant facts. So data is raw, it simply exists and no significance. So it can be in any form, usable or not. So we can say an example of a spreadsheet which generally starts out by holding data. Now the definition for information. So processing data becomes information. Information is data that has been given meaning by way of relational connection. So within the context of IoT, information is data that has to be contextualized, characterized and calculated. So information provides answer to who, what, where and when questions. So here I can take an example, a relational database, which makes information from the data stored within it. Now, the definition of knowledge. Knowledge is an appropriate collection of information. So knowledge is a deterministic process. When someone memorizes information, then they have amassed knowledge. So knowledge mostly provides answer to how questions. So example, most of the application we use, such as modeling or simulation, exercise some type of stored knowledge. So let's see an example. Still there is a question regarding when is a pattern knowledge and when it is noise. So consider the following. I have a box. The box is 3-inch wide, 3-inch deep and 3-inch high. The box is very heavy. The box has a door on front of it. When I open the box, it has food in it. It is colder inside the box than it is outside. You usually find the box in the kitchen. There is a smaller compartment inside the box with eyes in it. When you open the door, the light comes on. Now, can you guess what is it? Yes, a refrigerator. You know that, right? So at some point in the sequence, you connected with the pattern and understood it was a description of a refrigerator. Suppose if we live in a society where we have not seen a refrigerator, then this pattern or this sequence will be like a noise to you. So when the pattern gets connected to the sequence of the statement, it represents knowledge to you. So for IoT solutions to be practicable, the data management and information presented within them needs to take into consideration real-time performance, complexity, and human data interface. Due to the big data nature of IoT, two key issues arise. So the first one is managing and storing the temporal knowledge created by the IoT solution. That is, IoT solution data will evolve rapidly over time. So the temporal nature of the knowledge as understood at a particular point in time will have a larger impact overall. So for example, it would affect the insurance claim if the level of knowledge provided by an IoT system could be proven to be inadequate. Okay? If it is not enough, the data or the knowledge provided by the IoT system is not enough, then it would affect the insurance claim. The second one is life cycle management of knowledge within the IoT system. So it is a necessary to have a life cycle plan for the data within the system. So here we are going to see the reference architecture for knowledge management of M2M and IoT. So there are three levels: data sources, data integration, and knowledge discovery and information access. So the first layer is a data source. Here it refers to the variety of sources where the data come. Example, maybe from the stream, maybe a streaming data or sensor data or from other databases. The data integration layer allows data from different formats to be put together in a manner that they can be used by the upper layer. That is the information access and knowledge discovery tools. Now there are two types of staged data. One is strong type data and the other is weak type data. So strong type data refers to the data that is stored in a traditional database, example SQL. Whereas the weak type data is the data that is not well structured. Example, streaming data or data from sensors. Now the process data is a combined data from both strong and weak type data. So an example for this process data is striping data separately and creating a relational table together in one combined database for structured queries. Okay, fine. Now once the data has been processed, then this data can be retrieved. So the retrieval can be of two main forms. One is information access tool and the other is knowledge discovery tool. Information access relates to more traditional access technique, which involves the creation of standard reports. So example, SQL visualization. Whereas knowledge discovery involves more detailed use of ICT in order to create knowledge rather than just information. So for example, knowledge discovery system may be able to raise an alert that a bridge or a flow control system may need to be activated. So the process of knowledge management is universal, but the resources used, such as tools and the techniques, can be unique to the organizational environment. So convert the data into knowledge by understanding the knowledge management process. Thank you.